Your gut may be begging for cabbage, and you may not know it. It looks simple, it tastes plain to some people, yet this humble leaf can quietly do a lot inside your body. By helping feed the tiny good bugs in your gut, supporting smoother bathroom trips, and giving your belly a steadier, more settled feel over time. That matters. Why should you care? Because your gut does more than handle food. It helps shape how you feel day to day. And when your digestion is off, your whole day can feel harder, with bloat, slow-moving waste, and that heavy feeling that makes you want to curl up instead of get things done. Cabbage can help. How? One big reason is fiber. Your body does not fully break down fiber, but the good bugs in your gut can use parts of it as food. And when you feed those bugs well, they can help your gut stay more balanced and more comfortable. That's a good trade. Have you ever felt better just from eating a little more real food? Cabbage gives you that chance. It brings both bulk and texture to your meals, and that can help keep things moving through your system, which is one reason many people do better when they eat more veggies on a steady basis instead of now and then. Your gut likes rhythm. Do you give it that? When food moves too slowly, you can feel backed up. When your meals are low in plant foods, your gut bugs may not get the steady fuel they need, and that can make your belly feel less calm, less regular, and harder to trust from one day to the next. Cabbage is a simple fix. Not the only one, but a useful one. There is also water in cabbage. That may sound basic, but foods with water and fiber together can help support softer, easier stools, especially when you also drink enough fluids across the day instead of trying to make up for it all at once. Small things add up. Could your gut use more of them? Now think about the form. You can eat cabbage raw, cooked, or lightly warmed, and each way changes how it feels in your mouth and in your belly, which means you have options if one style works better for you than another. That's helpful. Why force one way? Raw cabbage has more crunch. For some people that feels fresh and light, while for others, it can feel a bit harsh or gassy at first, especially if your body is not used to much fiber or you tend to eat fast and not chew well. So go slow. Would a small serving work better for you? Cooked cabbage is often easier. Heat softens the leaves and makes the texture gentler. So if raw slaw leaves you feeling too full or too puffy, warm cabbage in soup, a stir-fry, or a simple pan dish may sit better in your gut. You do not have to suffer for health. That's not the goal. Then there's fermented cabbage. When cabbage is made into foods like sauerkraut or similar pickled forms made in the old style, it can bring helpful live cultures along with the natural goodness of the cabbage itself, which may support your gut in a different way than plain cooked or raw cabbage. That can be a nice bonus. But should you eat a lot right away? Probably not. If your gut is sensitive, start small, because a big serving of raw or fermented cabbage all at once can feel like too much, and easing in gives your body time to adjust without turning a good habit into a rough afternoon. A few bites count. Then, build from there. You can add cabbage in easy ways. Toss some into soup. Mix thin slices into tacos. Stir it into rice bowls, egg dishes, noodle meals, or a quick pan of beans and veggies, and you turn an everyday meal into one with more fiber, more volume, and more support for your gut without doing anything fancy. Simple wins. Is that not easier to keep doing? You also do not need to make cabbage the star. It can work in the background, adding texture and support, while other foods bring the main flavor, which is great if you want the gut help without feeling like you're eating a giant pile of leaves. That makes it realistic, and realistic habits last. Here's another smart tip. Pair cabbage with other gut-friendly foods, and a meal with cabbage, beans, whole grains, yogurt, or a little fermented food can give your gut a wider mix of support than any one food can give on its own. Food works as a team. Do you build meals that way? Also pay attention to your own body. If cabbage makes you feel great, keep it in the mix. And if it makes you gassy, try less, cook it more, chew better, and give your system time before you decide it's not for you. Your gut is personal. What helps one person may need a tweak for you. The big point is this. Cabbage is not magic, but it is one of those low-cost, easy foods that can support your gut in real ways by feeding good bugs, helping keep things moving, and making it easier to eat more plants on a regular basis. That is powerful, especially for something so plain. So if your belly has felt off, do not overlook the basics. A few leaves on your plate today could be one small step toward a gut that feels calmer, lighter, and more steady tomorrow. And sometimes that's exactly how better health begins. Quietly, with cabbage. Your gut may be begging for cabbage.